Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Fidus Trading Channel. Here again with another daily market analysis video. Today is the 4th of March 2025. It is a Tuesday, and yep, let's get into the markets. I'm going to be trying something new today, just using better techniques in which to analyze the market. So if you like it, please leave a comment. Yeah, please just bear with me as I get used to using the new tools as well. So starting with NAS 100, what we can see is that the pair is still very much trading bearish upon the 4-hour chart. Now yesterday I assumed that we were going to have a push off the 20,700 level, but it appears that this level is no longer a factor. As we can see, for the past few retests, the level's actually been 20,500. So we've actually removed 20,700 from our support levels, and we're using 20,500 moving forward. Now, yesterday I did expect some type of bounce from 20,700. However, I did take a short position here when the candle closed, provided us with a nice little bearish signal, and I was able to get a nice 1:3 risk to reward on the short position there. I'm still in the trade. However, I would look for it to come back to that level so I can sell off. If I do see a break of this consolidation zone between 20,400 and 20,525, depending on which direction it breaks, will determine if I hold or I do not. Now, just coming back into the broad range analysis, what we can see is we can actually correct this trend line just a little. We have our 3 touches, which is great to see. So now we have 1, 2, 3 touches. So that provides us with a nice confirmed bearish trend line, which we can then use. However, we cannot discount the support here at 20,500. This is a confirmed support. The reason why is we got 1 touch here, 1 touch there, and now we are currently on our 3rd touch. So from here on the 4-hour, we can see that our RSI is between 50 and 30. So there is bearish confirmation there. We have our bearish trend line. Looking at our SMA, it is very much bearish on the 4-hour. So from that perspective, the bears still pretty much are in control. Although I was expecting longs from this level, there would need to be some type of significant break of the lower high here at 21,000 before I look for said long position. Previous lower high was at 21,200, and now we have a confirmed lower high with the drop of this level to 20,300. So yeah, our new lower high is 21,000. Now, what I can expect to see is either consolidation. So we go there and then there. However, we could also potentially see a break above and then a potential retest, and then a push to the upside. And that is actually what I would hope to see. It push to the upside all the way to the 21,100 level. But again, we have to wait and see what the market says, and then obviously trade it from there. So for now, I'm waiting to see what type of reaction we get from this 20,500 level. And once I get a confirmed reaction, whether it's a break below or break higher, we would then be able to gauge what's happening. However, if it does break higher, gets stuck here, comes back down, I would also see that as a bit of a consolidation. So right now, I think US tech is just something to observe. I'll hold my trade until I see a adequate break of either of that consolidation levels, as we observe here on the lower time frame. So yeah, right now very low momentum, not a lot of movements. Probably have to wait for the US session. Not to mention, we have a lot of US red folder news today. So US red fold, the news for the week. Taking a look at US 30. So US 30 definitely did what I expected. It moved up, had a bit of an indecision candle here, and then huge bearish candle. As expected, we had a retest of this 43,950 level. Markets came up, tested it, gave us a nice bearish pin bar, followed by a bullish confirmation. And from there, I took a 1:3 risk to reward trade. Still holding the trade, but again, it's moved into a bit of a consolidator phase and is not exactly at my 1:3 risk to reward right now. So I would still be looking to hold this pair. I still think there is further downside that can be expected, but I'm also acutely aware of the consolidation phase that this pair was in, where it has huge spikes and then huge drops, and we could potentially be seeing a push all the way back up to this 43,950 level. Now that being said, if I don't get what I want, I'd be comfortable just moving my stop loss to break even, and then potentially taking profits at 1:2. I did expect a clean break of this level, but clearly this is providing massive support, and it is something to be marked off because we actually already have 3 touches right here as a support line. So 3 touches confirmed, and we would wait to see what type of reaction we have to this 43,100 level. Right now, I think market directionality is yet to be confirmed. I still think from a long-term perspective it's bearish, and I would look for shorts. However, due to the consolidator phase that it's been in for an extended period of time since last week, we can't fully expect it to still be in that consolidator phase and to come back to this 43,950 level. So what we can expect is either push up to here and then come down to the support, or we could see a push there, break of support, and then a potential for a retest before a drop, and a drop much lower. And that is what I'm expecting to play out. But again, the markets will do what the markets does, and we just need to be keenly observant and trade what we see. Take a look at gold. So gold did not meet my expectations. Obviously, I expected a retracement towards this level at 21,885. Actually, I expected 21,881 right there. Yeah, to the 882 level, 881, 882 level. And then price exploded past it. So this invalidated the resistance level, which I thought we would be retesting because it was a significant level in the past, but it appears it's now a non-factor. So we'll be getting rid of that. And looking to the future, we're seeing gold is on a heavy push. So levels I would be cognizant of is the resistance here at the top at 2952. However, also noting the break of the trend line could mean that the bulls have taken control and we are currently just in a very deep retracement. I still hold my bias, my market directionality bias, that gold will be moving to the downside and that we will be shorting it, and I just believe we're seeing a very deep retracement right now. Yeah, I can't really spot any levels I'll be comfortable trading. I mean, the next one would have been 2895. That's been shattered. It was shattered today, actually. So it's just going to be very interesting. I think gold is now just on observation until we can figure out what it's doing from a long-term perspective. I still think that this is going to hold some validity, but for the moment, what we can see is very long positions. So if you do want to take scalping longs, I would say next best thing to do, wait for a retracement towards this level here at 2892. See how price reacts. If you get a bullish signal on a lower time frame, take it, ride the wave all the way to 2952. So yeah, I think right now my predictions are long, but obviously we have to be very cognizant of specific levels here. Yeah, like this one, because this was a previous break and retest. So we could see a retracement off that and then a push higher. So that is 2921. Yep, interesting to see. Bitcoin pump and dump as expected. So like I said, markets move very high. It was moving super bullish, and then just found resistance. It just found resistance before it even hit that trend line. Found resistance at the break and retest of 94,781 and has dropped firmly since then. Not a massive risk to reward because of the volatility of the movements, and me being a confirmation trader, I have to wait for my signals to be given. So yeah, didn't really take any trades there. Okay, so Euro USD, I expected a retracement a lot sooner, but it seems that it's moving all the way back to the resistance of 1.051. So that being said, could potentially be seeing an entry today. I still expect this pair to fall further, and as we can see, we are overextended, and we possibly have some RSI divergence appearing right there on the 1 hour. Although RSI on the 4 hour is very much bullish, what we can observe, yeah, the SMA is a non-factor, and what we can observe is just major resistance here at 1.051, 1.052. So let's wait, see what type of reaction we can get. We could potentially get a short position coming off this as expected, and I would like to trade the short to the downside. Again, though, taking a look at Euro JPY, we can see that it is back in the consolidative phase. Yeah, so it broke below, had a spike, spiked up, and then moved back into the consolidation phase and found support at its natural level of 156.15 again. The resistance seems to be tapping again at 157.16. However, yeah, not looking to trade this pair until we see a clean break of consolidation. And again, as per my bias from last week, I'm expecting a retracement of the yen. It's either yen is consolidating, gaining strength, and is going to keep pushing to the upside, or is actually waiting for a deep retracement before pushing to the upside again. But yeah, you don't play with the yen. I mean, news release today. So once we get that news release, we'll be able to better gauge where that market is going from a long-term perspective. Also, USD JPY consolidator phase. Nothing much to report here. Waiting for a break of that consolidation again with yen weakness. AUD JPY has been moving bearish. Continued to move bearish on Monday. Didn't really provide me with a strong enough signal. There was no break and retest or a test of any significant level. It just fell, so I stayed out of that pair. Then that is also, as we can see with AUD USD, it is just due to AUD weakness. So like I mentioned on the weekly flows video, if you are a AUD trader, you can expect a lot of weakness in those pairs, so you could find some great opportunities there. Yeah, nothing happening with pound, JPY, GBP. So GBP seems to be pushing on some strength here. So what we can observe is that on Friday we had a nice, or beginning of Monday we had a nice bullish signal off the support line, followed by a strong bullish push during the London session on Monday at 11, and just been climbing since then. So could potentially be seeing a shift in trend. could be that pound is stepping back into the market and garnering some support against the USD. Something to keenly observe. From this point, I would just want to observe before and get a clearer picture, because it is not a pair I trade on the regular. What I can see is break and retest levels right there at 1.26884. So as we can see, 1, 2, 3 touch zones as resistance. It is broken past and is now testing again. So we could be seeing a push from here. Do I have a valid level to trade towards for the daily? But we are approaching a major daily resistance level at 1.27645. So not a lot of room to trade, but again, potentials for opportunities right there. Nothing in CAD that I like, and then obviously CHFJPY is in a bit of a consolidative phase. Alright, so that's the daily market analysis for the day. Let's observe what is happening on the news. Okay, so looking at fundamentals, what we can see for Tuesday is nothing is happening. But for tomorrow, we have... this is supposed to be red folder news. Tomorrow we have yen news, we have USD news. Thursday we have a lot of euro news as well as USD news, and then Friday is obviously NFP. So today is very much more of a technical trading day, so use that information wisely. And then from tomorrow we got to pay attention to the fundamentals. So my advice is to get a good gauge on what's happening within the fundamentals. What I like to do is use ChatGPT to draw up reports for the major currencies, and using the overall bias of what's happening within those currencies, obviously applying it to the charts and seeing what's happening from both a short-term and a long-term perspective. So that is the daily market analysis today. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Obviously want to be trying new things and improving the channel and providing better analysis to you, so please comment down below on things you believe could be better. And please remember that this is not financial advice, but rather my personal opinions on what is happening in the markets. So, happy trading, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.